Welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I am your host, Lolita, and today is an episode 99. Today is the last episode of double numbers, and tomorrow we'll be moving to the triple numbers. So, are you ready to continue talking more about stress in relationships? I'm being sick. And if you listen to yesterday's episode, I barely managed to pass through, really. And I was coughing so much. But I gave myself care, and today I'm feeling so much better. So let's go back to relationships and stress. And today I want to talk about can be very, very stressful if you do not trust the other person. You know, I lived for 14 years in a marriage that was really not trustworthy. And there are moments, obviously, that maybe I imagined things or I projected things and maybe it was not there. And with the lack of good communication, I did not get any conclusion. So, but that trust obviously is very needed in order for us to feel safe in the relationship. And it could be any relationship, not necessarily with your spouse or significant other. It could be with your friend, your coworkers, your employees, your neighbors, any people, really. We feel comfortable when we feel that we can trust that person and that other person can trust us. But here's the deal. How is the other person behaves is only one side of the coin. Let's talk about that. All right, let's talk about that one side of the coin that I just mentioned. The other person, how they behave. See, you can many times read the other person the wrong way, which I talked in the previous episode about miscommunication. So if you miscommunicate or you took something the wrong way and assume things, you may have trust issues because you can think, oh, well, they did this. And, or for example, they forgot to tell you or communicate the right way that, or clearly, that they are going to see a sick friend in the hospital and you happens to be nearby and you see them going in the hospital, and since you didn't get that message clearly, you may assume that they are being sick, and then you imagine all kinds of things, and then you think, well, how come they didn't tell me that they are sick, and that's mean they don't trust me, and now I don't trust them because they keep secrets away from me. So I mean, you can see how stressful it can get and how out of control it can get as well. Well, so what happens if that other person does not know how to communicate right? There could be trust issues. But also, you need to realize that the other person also comes in the relationship from their own insecurities, from their own childhood traumas, from their own patterns, the way they used to do things. And it could be that whatever they're not telling you doesn't even have anything to do with you. So that's when we start talking about the second side of the coin, which has to do with you. And the question that you always need to ask yourself is, why do I think that way? Why do I think that that person is hiding something from me? Why do I believe that I cannot trust that person? Then you need to really collect evidence and see, is that person is trustworthy? Because obviously it's going to take time to build trust. You need to have time and enough opportunities for the other person to trust you and you trust them. It's a relationship. It takes time to get to know each other, no matter it's as a friend or whatever. But if you grew up in an environment where you saw there was constantly lack of trust because things were constantly promised to you but never delivered. I mean, not never. I mean, like I'm exaggerating. Like, there were plenty times there were things were not delivered, or you didn't feel safe when you saw that, let's say, the authorities, the adults, they're supposed to be always there for you. They're supposed to protect you, make you feel safe. But if they're not really showing up that way, you have a lack of authority. You have a lack of trust. So naturally, when you already approach your relationships, you already have this projection of, oh, I should not be trusting that person. I better prepare for the worst. So here is your second coin. The second part, the second coin. I wish there would be a second coin. Let's do one coin first. So that's the second part, the second side of the coin, okay? So for the trust, it takes the other person and you. And hence make one unit. Some unit that you can feel trusted and trust the other person. Bottom line, always have compassion, always communicate. And look at the actual actions that the person did and look at the actual what happened instead of just projecting it. And always, no matter what it is, everyone has a reason to behave specific way, think specific way, feel specific way that has nothing to do with you or different than you. And just because something is different, it doesn't mean it's against you. But that's a different episode. So tell me in the comments below and tell me, did you notice that you are a person that are very trustworthy and you trust a lot of people right away? Or you that kind of person that kind of pulls back and gives other people time until they really show their true selves and then you extend that trust? Or you that kind of person that you don't trust nobody no matter what? Because even if they look like a trustworthy person, you're waiting when that true face will show up. And if you need more help with stress management, I'll be very happy to help you on your journey. So you're welcome to go to my website, beamazingyou.com, and schedule a consultation with me. And if you want to dive in deeper into stress management and patterns that come from this functional family, I recommend you go to Amazon and get my book, From Stress. Wait a minute, no, not From Stress. Stress Management for Adult Children of Alcoholics. I know I'm still kind of a little bit sick, okay? So give me a break. I messed up a title on something. And I'm working on more books, and obviously I am working on a membership where will be few online programs and community interaction and such. So, but I will tell you about it when it's actually ready to be launched. So until then, I'll talk to you later.